Hey everybody, this is Steven. You could call myself a geeky game. And we're back into Persona 5. Even then, it's not over just yet because we did last time is we're going into the Science Palace by complete the last mission, which is involving taking the treasure from her and defeat from the boss battles. I would say not much been going on, but and also for this, what happened with lead to part, like exactly how it is from the very beginning. Like that's one reason why I had to cut off here, because this one is gonna be really different. Because I get the feeling that it says something like make sure you have to save your game before you proceed on, because it might be based on the choice that you had to pick. So if you didn't get right exactly, or if you get it wrong, you might be able to get the ending part. So I happen to remember as to how I say it or what choice I had to make exactly. So that's the reason why I had to cut it really early. Sometimes I know that the fact that the video somehow, the last videos are kind of really that short, but that's the only way I could do it because I don't want to spoil it, to know what's been going on or what happened. So that's what happens right now that lead to that to stop right here. That's what happens at the end of my stories. What happened to Sai. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do exactly. I'm not sure what choice I have to make exactly. So it might be gonna be a really hard one for me. Whether I didn't get the right day because I didn't make like some other things, like didn't get enough gain confidence from everybody else or something. I don't know. But we will see how well I can take exactly. So anyways, it's time to strap it and let's see what happened at the police station. And best of luck to me. If not happens to me, if I get the bad ending, well, I'm not gonna really just end it right now. So let's just see how well I can do. See how well I can make. It's gonna lead me back to what happened like at the very beginning. Like we're trying to like retrace everything. Like what happened right now, like almost exactly from the very beginning.
Guess the drug was too strong.
Yeah, I know. You just put drug on me. That's what you did. Like, I don't know what kind of syringe it is. It's a kind of like a truth serum. I'm pretty sure like I had to tell her the whole truth and everything. But I'm kind of curious. Like, if I'm still in the metaverse, how am I back here in the real world? Like, even I have my normal clothes back on. So,
give it up.
Yeah, it makes no sense. If I'm still in the metaverse, how come I still got my normal clothes back on?
What? You want another shot?
Dude, you only take another shot, but well, just only one. So.
What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
I think the last time I did from the very beginning, I said, of course not. So, of course not.
So you're not that dumb, which is good, because we get to take as much time as we need.
Ow! That's kind of your own violence, isn't it?
Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all. But if I'm still in the metaverse, how come I still have my normal clothes back on?
Talk about the worst.
Maybe because I'm still in the metaverse, or something. I mean, it did came from the outside of the police station, from the casino.
You seem
so
to be enjoying every second of it, huh? You should know your place.
Okay, this is one really different. Usually, just trying to give me some kind of like a difficulties what I have, and put names in it. So, I get that's how it is. We're trying to recall everything.
Sign here. It's a confession under your name.
Okay, I understand that, but you don't have to do that to me that hard.
Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
Jeez. Some policeman. And detective. Yeah, there's a part I put my name here, and yeah, that's all it is. I guess that's pretty much know so far. Okay, what day is it? It's November 20th. That's what happens on doing interrogation? Man, I never expected we had to do that for a whole day, but seriously? We're doing this for a whole day interrogation.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the Public Prosecutor's Office.
Okay, I get that's the reason why it's shown at the very beginning. I did have an interrogation for Sai, so.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You prosecutor Sai Nijima?
Yeah, I remember this is part of like the director's gonna call her.
There's a call from your director.
Yeah, it figures. So that must be a sane guy then.
Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, why does the SIU director asking her to stand by? I think that might be according to their plan or something. So, that might be the case, but I'm not sure how long it could take.
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long.
Dude, we've been talking for like ever! I've been talking the whole story for the whole series I make so far. Do you think I make it cut short? It's not really that possible. It feels like we're doing this for a whole day for it.
It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
I understand.
So that's all that happened so far. Or that's what we do. Well, I'm in the bedroom.
Well done on making it this far, inmate.
Okay, but while we're here in this bedroom.
Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present.
So we could do like because of the interrogation?
The effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Oh, so it's my chance? This is gonna be a chance to get me a choice, whether it's the right thing or it's the wrong thing. But I guess, okay?
The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching. If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Okay. You not gonna say anything, Igor? You got nothing to say? So I say recall the bonds for my friends?
I see.
Okay, I gotta try to be casino jealousy shutdown, which we completed the casino part. But yeah, that's all it is.
So that's what led to your ending up here.
Yep, that's all it is. That's the whole story, Sai.
What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up.
Well, it's almost time's up for you. It was taking
I do
forever.
have a suggestion, though.
Oh, what would that be?
Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence.
What do you want me to do? Like, lie everything? That's totally wrong. What do you want?
I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you.
Oh, sure, you still... I thought for sure your change of heart was working, but I guess did not. Maybe it failed or something? I mean, the last time I still had the briefcase in my possession, but... The one thing for sure, what did I do with the briefcase? Did I just somehow, like, toss it out or just put it right there where I was supposed to? I don't know.
Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now.
Okay.
You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty. Unless you accept my proposal.
You want me to accept your proposal? No way.
Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you and this case.
Oh, great. You gotta tell me the whole, like, my friends here, the parliament members of entities.
Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves.
Oh, sure.
First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura. And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima.
Which also your sister? Do you really want to arrest her? Is it really okay for you, Sai?
Those are your accomplices in the Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
No, never heard of it. That's right. No! I was gonna say no.
So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question.
And what will that be?
I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves.
Oh, you talk about the other accomplices, unlike being the parliament entities, they'll just be as the supporters?
Were there not others outside of your direct group who
Yeah,
encouraged your
figures.
crimes or lent their aid?
Yeah, that's what she's talking about.
Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them?
There are no such people. I'm not gonna say it. I mean, she did say if I don't say it out loud, I might be end up be dead. But I'm gonna do it to save everyone. So that's the only way we can think of.
I see. So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators.
I'm doing this to save everybody else. I'm doing it. Even if it costs me my life.
Do you even understand the position that you're in? Let's discuss one other person. Goro Akechi.
Oh, him? The detective prince?
There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well.
I'm pretty sure he's not. I mean, he was a temporary one, but I get the feeling he's part as a villain.
Might he be a part of your team too?
Not Akechi.
So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. Very well. So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me.
That's right.
Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor? Why won't you talk about them?
It goes against justice?
Don't be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide such things.
You call this justice?
Justice? Then tell me, what is this justice you speak of?
Stick it to the right path.
Sticking to the right path? That's no different from us.
I mean, that's about
Continue to stand
my choice,
firm.
so...
Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale.
Oh, sure. You think that my story's not gonna help at all, Sai?
But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story.
What? It's not good enough for you, Sai? Well, what about the true culprit?
After all this, you're still...
The drug's starting to wear off.
Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
Okay, does it mean bad? I won't be deceived. I feel like forgetting something important. Oh, is that so? What do you recall?
Realized it too then.
Oh yeah, this is the part. That's from the culture festival.
It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
Ah, yes, that might be it. Akechi must have heard it from our conversation during summer. when we first met. Oh, now I get the reason why everyone will call Kechi the Pancake Boy. He really loves pancakes at all, does he?
There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey. Can you hear me? It
Yeah.
seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer.
Don't you want to win?
Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
What's up for waste for nothing? Interrogation room. That's right. If I remembered.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go?
Oh, is it a part from when we finished discussion with Kechi?
Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she?
Yeah, I never heard that one before, but I guess it must be cut up because of the drug effect.
Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Oh, so that's one of our plans all along.
Hey. Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. We're done talking here. Goodbye.
Why did you come here?
Why? Because this is my job. Don't ask me such odd questions. Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you.
And that will be...
There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby.
Oh yeah, because the SIU will just put using you. That's why it happens.
A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told.
Is that so?
You were told someone sold you out, correct?
Yeah, pretty sure of it. I think...
That's true. Who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Sold out. That's right. There's something I need to do.
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out.
Of course, that was a Kechi all along, is it? And that's the reason why he know what happened from the very beginning. He knew that we'd done something. He knew where the family is to start with.
All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over.
Hand it over.
It's all up to you, leader.
Alright.
Okay then. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done.
Phone? Giving him the phone. Is that might be a clue then?
We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
Okay.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out?
I want to make a deal with you. I'm not sure about the right thing.
Yes, very well. Go on. If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this.
Okay, keep patience, please. The phone. Yeah, that's the one I was... He told me about. He's like, giving him the phone is quite suspicious, so... The phone.
You mean this?
It's supposed to be my phone, right?
I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Not really. I'm just telling you to show it to her.
Let's let her sleep.
It's what I've been sleeping all night because she's been working all this something on my phone. I mean, she did been tinkering for like ever since some summer vacation or when we were back in the school in some summer. I don't know.
She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone.
Him.
Makoto and the others should have told you. I'm talking about the true culprit here. You know, the traitor.
Yeah, I know that. You talk about
Hey.
Kechi.
What are you trying to get at here? And what about this smartphone?
Show it to the true culprit. It's also
The
exactly the
true
same.
culprit?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that?
That's the Kechi's voice.
Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Ow! So that must be Ketchy's voice then.
And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Please,
Ugh.
I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
It's not a teammate.
Not a teammate? My god.
You knew, is it?
You're referring to him, aren't you?
I take that as a yes then. You need to trust me.
What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it. But it appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go.
I hope it's the right choice, is it?
This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once.
Well, that's it.
I'll place my bet on you. I just need to show him the phone, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's the right thing to do. I feel as if Sci-Fi understands me. Or does it? Wait, is that...
I am thou.
Okay, that's straight to the point, is it? Wait,
Thou hast turned
I remember
thou into a
her...
blood oath.
The judgment one is only makes 6.
Thy bond shall
Is it really
become the
already to
wings of
maximum?
rebellion and break the yoke of
Wow,
thy heart.
I went that fast.
Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of judgment, granting thee infinite power.
Okay, that's straight to the point, is it? I mean, last time I'm still ranked 6, is it? And now I'm to rank 10. True justice? It's a question mark in it. Is it mean, is it like... I don't know, it's like... Is it get to the part proceed to the... when it started, not to get the end one? Whatever it is, it's... guess that... we got it.
Alright.
I think we got this right. You can now fuse Satan, the most powerful persona of the Judgment Arcana. Satan? Why it has to be him? This is supposed to be like a devil type.
I'll be going now.
I hope Sai knows what's be doing. I mean, I hope it's the right thing to do.
What good will this do, though?
Well, I hope it's the right thing. Speaking of the devil,
Akechi-kun? Why are you here?
it's obvious he's came for me to kill me. That's what he came for.
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
Maybe because the director told him to?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
They assigned you command?
Even though he's just a high schoolers? That's really weird.
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation.
Ah, sure. To assist. It doesn't sound like it.
I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes?
There are still policemen out there still guarding.
Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up.
No, you're not. You are the true culprit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san.
Ah, shut up. I don't like the smile on your face.
After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
I'm pretty sure you know the answer, Sai.
My god. You're referring to him, aren't you?
She gotta do it, right?
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
She did. She's going to show it to him.
Excuse me?
That is strange. I don't know what was happening. It was almost like affecting him like a metaverse. Even though we're still in the metaverse, but is that really the case?
What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment.
Well, that's... I know you're thinking you give it to him. All that, just show it to him. That's all.
Good luck in there.
I hope it's the right thing. Oh, the smile. Oh, the smile on his face. And you got a different kind of portrait. Oh, you got this evil smile on your face, aren't you? You're just a villain all along, aren't you? I know you're up to something. He's gonna do this. He's going to kill me, I'm pretty sure of it.
May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Really? That's totally wrong for that.
Huh? What are you?
Wow. You'll just kill one of those security
I owe
guards.
you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan. And now it will be completed.
Ah, dang it. Why have to be a look on your face? You have to be able to, like, change your appearance no matter what? Or just, this is your true face, is it?
Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile.
Ketchy has unveiled his true identity. My mama Ketchy would go scream for, Billy! At a time like this! At a time like this! You got to eat differ! Jeez, we're almost... What? Wait, to tell me I gotta, like, defeat him until I get maximum?
Alright.
I don't know, what's the point of this? First side now, Ketchy. I'm gonna have anime cutscenes. I get the bad feeling about this.
Have you finally pieced it all together?
You're gonna kill me, aren't you? Oh god.
Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
Uh-oh. Oh no! He did kill me. I don't know that's the right thing to do. Ah! Why are you shooting in your head? Why? Well, now I know what Ketchy's true face, or true self is anyway. You hear glass breaking? I don't know what's going on. Is it came from Soldiers? I don't know. Oh! Of course, he have gloves on, so make sure he had no fingerprints on it. And trying to make it look like he wants to kill himself. That's kind of unfamiliar, is it? But of course, the Ketchy still have the gloves to make sure I don't get fingerprints. The gloves! It's always about to be gloves. Well, you done your plan. That's what you wanted. Well, that should have right there.
Shido-san, my job is complete.
Shido-san? Is that the same thing from representatives who want to take the Prime Minister?
I've told you not to call me by name.
Of course, it was him! You are the true mastermind all along, isn't it?
Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think?
So, Akechi and Shido were working together, but why then? And how they were like know each other?
I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
I'm pretty sure you were not gonna show what's gonna happen to me momentarily if I were thinking you were dead. Well, everyone's think I'm dead. Well, we would know for sure.
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
they will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
What? Strange cat as well? Does everyone know Morgana as well?
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
Oh, really? That doesn't know. If Morgana have like a certain kind of power, is it? Not sure why he's the one to be reporting.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well.
So what are you gonna do? Which is like, once the Vanti's done, Shido's gonna take the whole credit for like, to become a prime minister or something? Or like, try everyone saying like, if they point out how what they did is wrong, it's up to us to change the society. But he's the one who's like mess everything up.
Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Him again? I thought for sure y'all working together.
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
Wait, what? I thought for sure that the director were working together with Shido, is it? So now it's just end up being betrayal? That's kind of only weird, but I think he do that for... I think Shido doing that because he wanted to get the great power of like become a prime minister. So they're trying to like get rid of the director? Why him? Yep, I knew you could end up being dead. Just like with Principal Combined Color, is it? You wasn't end up being like suicide, is it?
No. It can't be.
It'll be weird if the director had the bias himself, which is gonna change his heart. Uh-oh.
Even me.
Yep.
God damn it.
Yep, you are exactly like how it is, like from the principal and Howard's father.
Shit.
He dead. So why had to be the director?
What was all that about, showing him this phone?
You still have my phone? Was someone calling from my phone?
The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
Oh, that's Futaba, of course.
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice. Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Because Futaba see took cameras and everything?
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his...
You got a recording of the voice?
How about that?
When did that happen? When did he record the voice?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
More?
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take.
Wasn't he dead for like last time?
You must save him.
Yes, save Ren Amamiya.
You want me to save him?
I guess that's the right choice. I thought for sure another question. Is it affecting the metaverse or something? Is it because the Sai showed the Kechi the phone because of the weird effects going on?
Huh?
Yeah, he's still there. The last time he was dead from like on the interrogation room, but he's still alive. But that was actually a fake one.
What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by?
I guess no or not. I guess he didn't notice because Akechi was pussy. Does that mean Akechi was killed ran in the metaverse? But if that's the case, that if I'm still in the metaverse, how come I'm still in normal clothes? That make no sense and no understand what's the whole plan or what deal we did like to stop it. Maybe they can tell us the whole thing what's going on in the future.
Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Yep.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I guess he didn't know this.
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You? But...
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence.
Yep, you're gonna be dead in a moment at a time like this.
I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
Man, you're a good manipulator, Sai. And you thought for sure that I was
now we return
dead.
to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is...
Are you sure that's the right thing to do?
Can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise.
I hope it's the right thing to do. And everybody else is real, like, try and be, like, act normal. I'm pretty sure that's what they're playing with.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
He might be very soon.
Also,
we'll try and be active and normal.
continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him,
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
It looks like to me you're drawn like a crow or something.
Normal. Right.
Just try to act normal and nothing's gonna happen.
how do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, there
What is this? Some kind of like a website or something? Or it's like kind of like a message or something?
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
Oh, you went out for sure.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation
And Haru as well.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your
This
father
jerk
can
again!
rest in
Why is his fiance? Her fiance is
That
here.
Phantom Thief could never have changed anything.
Didn't it just someone broke out of marriage or
Only
something?
A handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
Hey, you get away from her!
News. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any
Oh my goodness,
further
tell everybody about
updates
the
as
public
they
about the
arise.
suicide. How you know? You all know what's the right thing, right?
It can't be.
You're shitting me. We got him.
Yep, I knew it. The smile on the face. They were planning all along, right? I'm back in the bedroom again. I guess I did the right thing. Right?
It would seem as though you have been killed.
That's what everyone believes, right?
But why were you killed? Why did you have to die? Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy.
Because of the drugs!
Indeed. Your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan.
At least that's the right thing, right?
How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
Are you just gonna let me recall everything? About the memory I have somehow block off or cut off or something? The first time I sensed something was off. That's right. It was during the school festival. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you gotta recall everything what happened before it just cuts off.
Hey, they're going.
I know that.
You realized it too then.
Yep.
It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
He's up to something.
Probably. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station.
Yep. That's what he knew about it.
There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy.
We should be careful.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get everyone on the same page right away.
And it's clean and catchy as well. And what's the other part I missed been cut off or something? That part.
There's something else we want you to look into. One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough.
You could do it, Futaba. I believe in you.
I agree.
I mean, you're a good hacker. That's the reason why we're part of the team in the first place.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone. So it's impossible even for you.
Oh, I get it. That's the main reason. Before we went to the palace, Futaba was activating censorship or like something when Akechi pulled out the phone and said something. And then Futaba said something like, "Oh my god, you got this newest model? I would never have one." But actually, she was pretending like that she was excited. She was technically just like adjusting it, his phone, to try and get in the hacking situation. Ah, clever Futaba, you're so very clever.
I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan.
What? Why not me?
Perfect.
Why are you talking Morgana? Why not me? What kind of plan?
An incredible one.
Oh, you gotta tell me now? Futaba's going to do something? I wonder if it will be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
I guess that might be the reason why. Like, why is she activating censorship to something like, "Oh my gosh, I never expected you got that amazing phone." You already been in the interrogation room before?
I see. So we're going to use this place.
Oh! So we already been there before, but why am I here?
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
I never expected that those three went to, like, go in the interrogation room.
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet.
Yep, we're just getting started.
There are still things that must be done.
My memories are starting to become clear. That's right. This is what really happened to me at that moment. So all this long, I'm still alive. But everyone thinks I'm dead? Well, I was dead in the metaverse, but I'm still alive in the real world. Man, who never thought there was amazing clever tricks they never did so far. I'm still here. Still alive. But how did everyone just like told the news about he was been committing suicide? That makes no sense at all, but oh well. Would you like to say? Yes, please. Man, I never thought for sure mess things up, but we did the right choice, but we did it. We'll now proceed to the story then, which is it's not technically over yet, so I'm gonna do the other one. So we still got more time, so we should we can proceed where we're going so far. But I'm not sure what's gonna happen next. I'm still on the 3% still. And one of the people will start reacting for like if the League of Families are dead for like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I heard there was one of the families. No way! I didn't expect him to commit suicide. He's a murderer. He deserved to die. We can finally breathe easy now. He killed himself, huh? I guess we'll never know his motivation. Yeah, sure. You will know for sure that everyone thinks I'm dead. And went to evening. I'm exhausted. It feels like my consciousness is about to fade away. Am I sleeping? Or something? Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are we taking a taxi or something? Are you listening? Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? The memory I thought were gone are starting to come back. Oh, this wasn't there before, but okay. Are you listening? I am. Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of the situation. Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He didn't indeed have an ulterior motive. It's on a completely different level than just that. Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply the plot to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill Ram-kun. If we go into this palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police force. Oh, they already knew about the police force already? But they're still like real people, not actually a shadow. But still, even if it's the case, if we're still in the metaverse, how did the police force come here from the real world? To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace. Ow! Is that so? I think it might be Ketchy's doings all along, is it? If the 8 of us can't enter at once, it's not inconvenient to think a large group are possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment. Maybe because the Walkabout's research? They did something for like what the scientists did for the research? I think it was related to Walkabouts, but I'm not sure if they have like their own app or something? I don't know. So this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us. He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time. The whole time he was working with Bakoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that Ketchy down. Isn't a recording we got enough proof to do it? No, Akechi is merely a tool. He sort of come from elsewhere. The Grand Mastermind behind us all. Oh, see what he is doing, but he was being used. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be involved with Shido, is it? That's what we're gonna have. But like, for the next palace, we're gonna go, or next time we're gonna go with Shido's. That's what we're gonna have a plan, right? An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of the suspect of a police station. Unless we find out who that is. We will continue being target even if we defeat Kechi.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We have to make Kechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hadn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with the path B suggested.
But if we go into the palace as told, maybe we'll get arrested and then murdered by Kechi. Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding... Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
Oh, that's the plan all along for all of them?
What's this all of a sudden? There's a way to get past Kechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really?
You gotta be kidding me.
If he wants to kill Ran, why not let him? That is, inside the palace. Yes, we could have killed him. We could have him kill the Continental Raccoon, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Oh, that's the reason why we're still in the metaverse in the first place. But still, how's that even possible?
Yeah, that's it! It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
So that's what happens when they, like, it's just hard to memorize because of the effect in drugs.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down.
What, everyone's up there all this time? Wow, I never expected to come here that fast.
I'm gonna fetch him.
Sojo already knew it as well?
You're her sister, correct?
Well, yes, this is the first time you've ever seen her, so yeah.
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Sure.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
I'm here. I'm back, alive. Hey!
Hey, you big bastard.
How've you been?
Pretty good. I mean, I died. Pretty good, I guess.
Thank goodness. It truly is a relief to see your face.
Yep, I'm still back in action. I thought for sure they're gonna get the wrong choice, but I did the right choice.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Yep. I never thought for sure, but except about I was affected by the drugs, so sorry guys.
Still, how'd you pull this off?
Well, there's a long story, Sojiro. Even you were involved.
Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything?
Yeah, I guess not.
I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
Yeah, you thought for sure I was dead. Well, he was dead, so...
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
I guess we had to tell him, right?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
Yep.
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec.
I know what you're thinking. Like, what are you talking about? Like, there's a lot to explain to Talia, Sojiro.
Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else?
Yep.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Yep. Well, he was too suspicious.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Is it because of Morgana? Because he heard Morgana's voice? Because he already had that app from the very beginning when we first met.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit.
Well, that's how.
In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff.
I know how you feel, Sojiro.
So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
We had to tell everyone that... Well, tell everybody that Morgana can talk.
You mean a cat?
Yes, I'm cat. I mean, you don't even know you can hear him talking.
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Only we can, like, you can, Sojiro, even Sai. Yeah, I know. It's so hard to understand you what you talk about. Like, what were you talking about?
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
Yep.
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality.
Yep.
It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
Yep. He said something about the pancakes. It's always about the pancakes.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Which is oddly enough, I remember in the past.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
It's always the pancakes. It's always involved with pancakes. No wonder why they gave us a hint about those pancakes. God dang it. That's what happens when everyone starts to like get interested what call him Akechi, the pancake boy, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Now, you heard from Morgana, so you eat love pancakes as much as you want, didn't you? It's always a pancake. It's the pancakes that's involved.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
You got lucky.
That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that.
How far I could tell.
That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone.
Yeah, it was right. I was right.
Planting my app.
I was right. I did say something like, what Akechi is about to do something on my phone. What Futaba said something like, "Oh, gimme!" But she just literally just like tapping with it. I was right all along.
My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Wait, it wasn't on purpose, isn't it? Or you're not pretending, is it?
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly.
We'll never unmask Futaba as a hacker.
Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act!
Yeah, sure, an act. You sound still as excitement still.
After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see.
This is gonna be a last part, is it?
We could say he stole
Yep,
a guard's
that's
gun and
might be
committed
it then.
suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yep. There's more.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
That's what Sai was checking on them is they're like still here.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Yep.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I guess it might be a conversation between Shido then, right?
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
Yep.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes. On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station.
Can they? Can they really can they order assassination from the police department? That'd be stupid! Really stupid, you can't do it like that.
That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
Well, now I know what the whole truth's happening. Or what our plan did.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
Well, there's a lot to explain.
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
Uh-huh. Like similar from the very beginning.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
Yeah. That brings back memories, but no idea. Not until we got to school. Well, that brings back memories.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
It's gone to the past already.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
It was a great idea.
Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all.
Now you know what your true color is.
I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
Yeah. But it's all in the past still.
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse.
Uh-huh.
First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room.
Yeah, it makes no sense. How am I still have my back of my normal clothes and not my Joko's uniform?
Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
So that's the reason why I had to show them the phone. But let Sai show him the phone. Meaning it might be affecting, like, Akechi's in the metaverse now?
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
They're like real to me.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Yeah, that's what happens. And then right until like when all the police or some of the shadows appear out of nowhere.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse.
Which, I don't know what we did with the treasure.
Except that was all an act.
So we're faking this all along, is it? Still, what do we do with the treasure?
We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely acted like we were taking the treasure.
Oh! So it's all this for nothing! I only holding the empty briefcase for nothing! If that's the case, what happened? Where did this treasure go? I mean, I did notice like a fake glowing thing out of nowhere when they finally get to the treasure room, which is, it's exactly how it is. It's exactly a real treasure, right?
This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Yep.
Him getting captured by the police
Oh my god, I put that was
went
laptop.
exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this.
Yep.
But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
Well, this is where you came in, Futaba. It seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Which, that's what happens. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation too long. I should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious.
With this weird, creepy smile on his evil face.
It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
Yep, I was still alive, man.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
But you did help me, Sai. You did. Without even knowing.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
What's up, man? There was no time.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse. Albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation.
At least it's the right thing. I did the right thing.
Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
I mean, if I were to say something like I was sold them out, we would have been screwed over.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
I was.
I see. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
Hey, that's how I am.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Yeah, but this ain't over yet.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
How's that sound?
Huh?
They just didn't believe it. Maybe because the Akechi would say something like he was committing suicide, but not the other police.
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
Yep, I would have stopped for a shot and didn't check him or anything, but no, they decided like, he already dead, so we're just gonna sign it to the document here.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
Yep.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal.
I know how y'all feel, but that's the only way we... Well, I'm not sure that's the right thing to do.
If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
Well, that's the right thing to do. It was close.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
Really? I thought Vajaya just act normal.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion.
Yeah, don't want anyone to know about it.
Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, Cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
Yep, I'm still here, you know.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
So that means you will support me then?
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
Until I can make you a maximum.
Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together and talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
I mean, is that really okay for you, Sojo? I mean, you will be becoming like an accomplice. Or being like a collaborator.
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs.
That's gonna be a problem.
It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
So basically, I'm gonna just get stuck here then.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
I guess that's the right thing. The sum of the story up to this point has been updated. Well, now I am in the past. Well, we finished with the past. Now we're in the present. Ren Amamiya. I can't speak, so I had to do a thing.
That sounds familiar.
Yep.
It's me, Akechi.
Okay. I thought about shit he couldn't say his name.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
I think they're gonna find out about it.
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
You would thought for sure.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
Ah, you also did the director, you killed him, didn't you?
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence.
But why you had to kill the director then? You would think he was a traitor?
His
His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
But why did you end up killing him still?
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
Yeah, right. You all thought for sure I'm dead. But I'm still here, you know. So what am I gonna do next? That's one thing.
And on to our next story. The snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears.
Man, this has been taking a long time, hasn't it?
Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
On the 23rd? Are you saying it will be taken this year? I mean, this month? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something bad to happen, is it?
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
But still, we don't know who's the one who caused it.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder.
About the mastermind?
He said, Shido-san.
Oh, you gotta say Shido-san?
Shido? Feels like I heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
I mean, he's the guy who did it to me in the first place. He's the one who put me in charge of being like a crime. He's the one who did it in the first place.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
That's the guy.
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
Oh, because you can hear it from the distance?
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
I think she might have.
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity.
I get that the reason why.
On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Shido, huh?
You must have knew, didn't you? I mean, I remember back then, when I had to finish the school festival, he said he used to work in the government. So he must have knew about it.
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job.
Yeah, you did. Tell me about that.
I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido.
So he knew this all along. He is the one who killed Futaba's mother.
From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Can he really do that?
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties.
That's really Soja, right? What happened back in summer, what science was talking Soja about this, Wakaba's research and cognitive science
Boss
stuff?
was one of those parties.
Yep, that's why.
I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
He probably will like take over the whole world and we become a slave or something. I mean, he did say to try and make peace or try and do whatever it takes, but no, he's just using their own power to do whatever he wanted to.
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
But still, how? One thing for sure, we know his name. We still need to know the distortion and the location.
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Yeah, I know, but we still need to find the other two.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
No, not really.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
The diet building, the fancy restaurant, no. The election headquarters. No, it's the diet building, that's where it is, right?
We got
Yep.
hit!
Yep, that was right. So that's where Shido is, right?
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the diet building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
But we still need one more. But what about Kenji? That's one problem. What if he just found out about it?
No need to waste time with him. We just gotta hit the head. Nobody against it?
Of course!
He will be a worthy opponent.
I like to see your mood.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge!
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
Yep, that's the thing.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
I mean, I know you don't know technology, Sojo.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
We could do it really early.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
That reminds me.
Yep.
What are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Don't just stay here then.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
Well, at least we have supported.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement.
Like, by the time we have to go into the palace or something? Or do a send the calling card?
He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
What the big plans had to deal with?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
The true battle has only just begun.
Yeah, pretty sure this is gonna be like a final moment, is it?
We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
Well, we'll see how we can do. By the time means, we just have to wait.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers.
That's gotta be saying about the metaverse, is it?
If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Yeah, I get the feeling she was not gonna kill Akechi, but the next time it happens, like, I'm not sure what's the point. He's gonna do it for himself.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion.
Why? Is something bad happens to him? I don't know. Why do we have to kill his director then? That makes no sense.
He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
It'll be funny enough if the director had palace, we would just go down there.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
That's the wrong way for you, Shido!
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Popularity was a bit beyond my expectations. But flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned.
Yeah, but not for sure. If anything happens, Yoshido's gonna be the one who's taking the politician to you, Shido. I mean, I know the fact that he wasn't bothered, but still!
The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, Some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the Chosen One.
Chosen One might, but there's no way we're gonna let that happen. I mean, I'm not sure what happen if we don't change his heart. Will it somehow like take over the whole Japan? I don't know. That'd be bad, right?
Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts.
You liar.
I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Man, that was taking a long time, does it?
Guess you won't be going to school for a while. Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well.
Was that so?
I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
That's what you said. I'm not sure what's gonna happen next, but everyone's gonna be freaked out about like calling me or something.
Well, how do I put this?
Looks like things have finally settled down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well then.
The chief's right. That's it, the hay.
I should write something.
I'll just call it off for the today because I've been taking a long time I've been having so far, but my neck is starting to be breaking momentarily. But yeah, this is the longest video we're gonna have so far. All we did was just like talk things out. I didn't make the right choice. A percent we're supposed to be having. But now we know who's the one who caused everything. The one who created mental shutdown, psychiatric breakdowns, and then Kenji were working with Shido. So one thing for sure, the reason is why would anyone who do something, well, why Shido would do something in order to get a prime minister? So it makes no sense. Like, how do they know much about the metaverse unless Kenji like introduce it? There's amazing power what he says before. Who knows? But I'll come back for again for tomorrow. Probably for the best. I'm like sure if we go in the palace. No, for sure because I can't able to get out because I'm dead. Everyone thinks I'm dead, so that's gonna be a problem. I'm like not sure. I can't get out, so that's gonna be a problem. So, anyways, that pretty much it on Persona 5. If you like this video, hit that like button too. Light them up. If you want to see videos, so check out. You have to go subscribe. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ladies!